Welcome to VIDAS 3. There are 4 key components to the VIDAS 3. The pre-analytic unit, which can hold up to 27 samples, the analytic unit, with a capacity to run up to 12 tests, touchscreen, with intuitive interface guiding the user through the workflow, and LED bars, giving a visual cue of the status of the different sections and overall analyzer. Let's start with the pre-analytic unit. There are 3 racks with 9 positions, able to handle 27 samples on board. Flexible configuration, patient sample, control, and diluent. Each segment and position on the sample rack is bar-coded for traceability. As you can see, segments can be removed and configured as necessary. The sample area is temperature regulated. It has onboard stability of 210 minutes for patient samples and 35 minutes for controls. The instrument warns if the limit has been reached and if a sample has been on the analyzer too long. Keeping a stable temperature environment is critical to the outcome of accurate results. The samples on board can be tracked on the loading screen and temperature can be monitored on the instrument screen. Here's an example. Step 1. Press the system button. Step 2. Open the instrument screen. Step 3. Display temperature. As you display the temperatures, you can see all 4 analytic compartments and the pre-analytic unit are temperature regulated and ready for testing. With the full automation and onboard capabilities of the VIDAS 3, the disposables rack includes 2x48 pipetter tips specific to the VIDAS 3 and 2x16 bar-coded dilution cups. These can also be tracked and monitored on the loading screen. The analytic unit is comprised of 4 sections, each section having 3 positions, allowing up to 12 individual tests to be loaded and run. This allows greater flexibility for continuous access. Now that the basic pre-analytic unit is understood, we can walk through what happens in the testing process. First, go to the analysis screen. As we discussed with the sample rack, all bar-coded samples loaded in the VIDAS 3 analyzer looks for the test requests on the order set, sent by the LIS every 5 seconds via bidirectional connectivity. This will give you the ability to view your order sets on this screen. Now, select a test to review. Click Edit. Here, we can demonstrate how to make a test an emergency stat prioritization. In addition, you can also change the sample's dilution. If needed, the VIDAS 3 has a manual mode which provides full redundancy. In addition, the mean time between failures is greater than 370 days. Should anything go wrong with the pre-analytic unit, the instrument can be used manually like the mini VIDAS. bioMérieux offers best-in-class, on-site service, and secure remote diagnostic support via ViLink. Once the patient sample is loaded and the order set has been pulled, it's time to load the spur and strip. The loading screen will show you the best and most efficient ways to load the strips and spurs on screen, including emergency prioritized tests. The loading screen will also highlight available consumables and the suggested place for loading the patient samples. Now press the Start button to initiate the testing process. The simplicity of loading the strip and spur streamlines workflow, tech time, and improves efficiency. The opportunity for human error is greatly reduced in the test run process by the use of barcodes throughout, on the strip, the spur, and the sample. The barcode ensures strip and spur compatibility. The test lot is in date, calibrated, and quality assured. It confirms that the test is the one ordered by the physician. And finally, the analyzer checks whether this strip and spur have been used before. Once you press Start, let's look at the workflow inside the analyzer. The pipetter collects the tip from the disposable rack. It then aspirates the sample from the sample tube. While aspirating, the smart pump measures the resistance to detect the presence of clots, fibrin, bubbles, and foam that can compromise the quality of results. This is also done during measurement to ensure the whole process, from sampling to result, is conducted using an uncompromised sample. If the resistance safety threshold is reached and the sample is rejected at this point, the strip is not considered processed and can still be used. Remember, no tests are run using compromised samples. The VIDAS 3 moves the sample from the patient tube to the strip without passing over other samples, consumables, or test strips. Once the sample has been added, the used pipetter tip is automatically disposed in the waste drawer. The VIDAS 3 automatically starts the test run once all the samples have been added into the strips. The entire VIDAS 3 testing process takes place within the strip and spur. The spur acts as both a pipetter and the location of the reaction. The inside of the spur is coated with antibodies or antigens depending on the test. The sample is moved down the strip, going through a series of dilution and washing steps before measurement takes place in the final well with substrate using our enzyme-linked fluorescent assay technology. Each assay is designed with a specific protocol that maximizes its sensitivity and specificity. Now, let's discuss the LED bars. Each area has its own LED bar to show its status. If the LED bar is green, the section is operating well and can be accessed. If the LED bar is yellow and flashing, the section needs attention but the error is not critical. If the LED bar is yellow and solid, the section is being used by the analyzer and should not be opened. If the LED bar is red, there is a critical error present. These indicators can be seen throughout the lab, which allows the technician to see at a glance the status of the analyzer and whether it needs attention, improving efficiency and workflow. Once the test run is completed, the section LED bar turns green, the results are generated and automatically sent to the LIS. The results are also accessible and can be printed through the touchscreen. The onboard software includes a flexible QC module with WestGuard rules, configurable ranges, and a set of reports that can be exported as data tables, charts, and graphs. The VIDAS 3 is designed to bring your lab the automation of on-demand specialty diagnostics with flexibility and traceability. One patient, one test, one result.